Hey guys, welcome back to the video. So some of you may know that I've recently came into contact with a person who quote unquote claims to want to be my sugar mama. And I've gotten a range of responses from you guys, ranging from what the hell are you doing? She's a scammer. Don't do anything to get that bread. Just give me the money afterwards. Obviously accept it. So what I've decided to do is I've decided to go into this interaction thinking that it's a scam, thinking that I'm not going to get anything out of it and I'm just going to be a little troll. Like, I'm just going to mess around, just have a good time, good laughs for the content, obviously. And which is great because if she's a scammer, then I'm just wasting her time, right? But if she's an actual person, I don't really know, man. Like, why would you hit up a 17-year-old is beyond me. But regardless, stay tuned. I mean, stick around, watch the entire video because the responses I've created for this person, oh my god, they're absolutely gold. So yeah, let's get on with the video.
There we go.
There we go. All right, so we're back with Brayden, and he's actually the person who found this sugar mama. So yes, you want to tell the audience how you found this sugar mama or whatnot. This yeah.
All right, so basically what happened, I was literally just like laying in bed at like 11 o'clock at night, and then I just get like a request to like be DM'd by this person. It's like, oh, hey, handsome, like I want to like have a mutual conversation with you or something weird like that. I'm like,
Okay.
this
Okay.
is not legit.
Okay. And then
It was super black.
okay. And then is that when you texted me about it?
Yeah, it's like at the exact same time. Like I hit decline like immediately, and then
Okay.
took like a screenshot, and then I texted you like right after.
Okay. So I think we were texting, right? I think we were texting at that time and then it just so
Yeah,
happened that yeah, okay. So then that was and then my idea was that I should go around and I should just try and request a follower and then mess around to see if she's actually a catfish cuz I thought that at the time it was a scam, right? Cuz it looked like
yeah,
I thought it was a scam. So like knowing me, I was like, "You know what? Let's just go ahead and mess with this person." So
yeah,
what I
exactly.
actually yeah, so what I actually ended up doing was like I texted her and I was like, "Oh hey, where are you from?" right? And then
Mm.
she responded like a day later and she was like, "Canada." And then after that, I was like, "You know what? I'm probably not going to hear from this person ever again. So like I'll
Yeah.
just like delete the chat and leave her on red." But then I think a day later, she said the exact same thing that she said to you, sort of. She was like
Yeah.
she was like, "Oh hey, I couldn't help but say this, but like, hey, you look really good. Mind getting to know each other.
Yeah, she said the
Possibly,
exact same thing to
really,
me like twice.
really,
Yeah.
possibly, yeah,
And she said it
possibly
like
get, yeah.
twice in an hour.
Oh my god, that is so bad. Anyways, that is how I got into this whole thing. Um, I don't even know. What did you do afterwards? After she like hit you up?
I literally just like declined it immediately. But before I did that, I took the like her profile image and like put it into Google image search to try and find it
You can't
from like a
find her,
different
right?
source. And no,
You
there's
can't.
nothing.
You can't find like who's called Rebecca Goad? Like,
Hey,
it's.
no. I did some research though,
Hmm.
and apparently the word goad is like a synonym for like at being an annoyance or like a troll.
Okay. So maybe
So
she's doing a
it's
play on. I don't know, man. But like,
maybe I have
yeah.
no idea.
So yeah, this is the start, guys. This is the start of how I got into this whole catfish thing. Not catfish, but like this whole sugar mama thing. It's all thanks to Braden here.
Oh
Possibly,
yeah.
yeah, it's possibly my fault. But yeah, now you know the story of how this all began. And so yeah, I think that's basically it. All right, so this is how this whole thing started. I'm gonna read these texts to you. So this is what she says right here. I know this sounds weird, but I couldn't help but not say hello. You look amazing. Mind texting to get to know each other. Probably be my sugar baby, accompanied with an allowance. And then this is decided to respond. And I decided to like cut straight to the chase. So I was like, you know what? This piqued my interest. I wouldn't mind getting to know you at all. How much is allowance, and what would you require? And then she just decided to ignore the question, flat out ignore the question. And she was like, where are you from, darling? And then at this point, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna bullshit her. So I'm like, I am from China, but I might be moving to Ontario. And she's like, oh really? And then she's like, why so? And then I was like, I've got to come up with like a really, really stereotypical backstory. So it was like, for the longest time, as a child, I wanted to be a ping pong player and eventually compete in the Olympics. I've always played here and there, but my parents, They've wanted me to become a doctor, so I gave up on ping pong. But recently, because of coronavirus, I got laid off, and now I've decided now is the time to pursue my ping pong dream. I'm going to be training under my uncle Shang, who lives in Ontario. So that is why I am moving. And then she was like, "Oh dear, you're in China right now." And at this point, she probably thought that I had coronavirus, or I may have had the coronavirus. So I was like, "Oh no, miss. Right now I live in New Brunswick. It'd be a huge mistake to go back to my homeland right now. I don't want corona unless it is the beer." And then she hearted it and was like, "Brunswick, Canada." And then I was like, "Yes, miss, Brunswick, Canada. What part of Canada are you from?" And I was like, "Maybe I'll fly over and share my passion of ping pong one day." And then she says, "Ontario, baby. You're really cute, baby." And I was like, "Ugh, you don't get to call me that. Like, unless you are my girlfriend, you don't get to call me baby or babe. It's just completely freaking disgusting." Ugh. Anyways, I was like, "Oh, thank you. I'm 18, turning 19." Oh, wait, hold on. I think at this point she was like asking my age. And then she was like, "How old are you?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm 18, turning 19 in 2 months." And then she's like, once I said that, like literally once I texted her that, she's like, "Oh, that's great." And then she was like, "So ever had a sugar mommy before?" And I was like, "Nope, this would be my first time." And then right after I said that, she was like, "I understand that. I'd be glad to put you through it so long as you promise to be loyal and sincere with me." You know what? I just at this point I didn't respond like at all. And then she texted me in the morning. She's like, "Good morning, babe," with like a heart emoji. That creeps me out. Anyways, and then at this point, I was like, "You know what? Let's try and mess with her one more time." And I was like, "Oh hey, I've been thinking about you." And then she was like, "Haha, if you were, you would have replied to me." And then I was like, "Shit, she caught me." But then I was like, "You know what? I'll just make some bullshit excuse." So I was like, "That is true for the normal man, but I sleep for a long time, and once I'm out like a pig. And I dedicate each morning doing strength training to prepare for my ping pong career." And then she's like, "Wow, you are very detailed. I like that." And then I was like, "Yes, in my culture, details are very important to let the other person know they are important." And then I was like, "I also seem to have trouble following you. Maybe it's because of my cell reception. I would love to know what you look like." Because at this point, she never accepted my follow request for some reason. Probably because she's a freaking mom. And then she was like, "I just accepted your follow request." So this is what she looks like. She looks, it's just gonna pop up somewhere here. She looks, she's like literally a mom. She has 2 kids. I don't even know what I'm doing. And then I just, after that, I was like, "You know what? Thank you. I must say, you look very good. Pretty like a Chinese lotus flower." And then she was like, "Well, thank you. You're not so bad yourself." So I hearted these emojis, and I think that's it. Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back. So it's basically later in the evening right now, and we've got more messages to show you that I've sent and we've sent back and forth. So starting off from when we last stopped off at, she was like, "Well, thank you. You're not so bad yourself, right?" And then after that, she asked me how was my day, right? I didn't respond because I was outside for a bit and I fell asleep, but I eventually did respond and I was like, "Oh yes, sorry, my Lotus. I was very busy. I was on a FaceTime with my Uncle Shang, who is also my personal trainer, and we are working on endurance training. My uncle says if I don't practice hard enough, I will never win." And then I was like, then I cooked some dumplings for my mom and fell asleep. So I just so happened to have dumplings, a picture of dumplings, because I was sending a snap to someone and I was hungry at that time. I think it was Nusha, but like I was sending a snap, right? And I just had dumplings. So I just have it saved to my camera roll. And so I sent it and she was like, "Oh wow, that looks delicious. You never said anything about you knowing how to cook." And I was like, well, I know how to cook because in my culture, we have competition to see who can make this other person as stuffed as possible, which shows you are a good chef. Otherwise, you are disgrace to the family." And then she put laughing emoji. "That's wonderful. I think I like that already. It sounds pretty good." And I didn't respond to that. And then in the morning, she was like, "Good morning, baby." And then I'm like, "Good morning, Lotus." And then she's like, "Haha, what's Lotus? How are you, baby?" Um, And then I responded, I'm doing fine. I just finished my afternoon hand strength training for ping pong. I'm going to give my Uncle Shang a call in an hour or two. How are you? And then she says, I'm doing great, baby. Just a little bit bored and stuck with as usual, you know. So how about I send you your first allowance right now to prove how serious I am about this to you, babe. So like right after that, right, this text right now is the risky text. I feel like that's the risky text that she's gonna send me. So I responded, how would this work? I've never received money before and I'm not sure my Uncle Shang would approve. And then she responds, do you have a laptop? I could send you a check right now. Two flags that this raised up was she ignored my statement that I've never received money before. I'm not sure if my Uncle Shang would approve. She would say something to like try and reassure me, but no, she just went straight for the kill. She was like, do you have a laptop right now? I could send you a check right now. And the thing is, checks are really easily taken back or like withdrawn or like they can like bounce back according to my cousin who has dealt with sugar daddies. Not dealt, but like dealt with like fake sugar daddies, you know? And then what I said was, I think I have a laptop, but it is in Chinese. Is that okay? And then she was like, I don't understand what you mean, baby. I'll email you a check that you'd have to make a mobile deposit for and have the money put into your account. Is that okay? And I said, I think so. And then after that, I asked her if we could do an e-transfer instead, just to see what she would say, because e-transfers are usually a lot more easier. And then she was like, no, e-transfer is not an option. So at that point, I knew that this was a scam, definitely a scam, because everyone knows how to do an e-transfer, man. If you're not willing to do an e-transfer, what are you doing? So I'm gonna hop in. I have a second account. I have a second account, and I've already set it up. And I just got a screen record on my iPhone right now. And so basically, I have this other account, and I've named it Wong Li Shang. I'll put it up like right here. And I found a picture of an old Asian guy, and I've used it as my profile picture. And then in my bio, it says ping pong trainer and loving uncle. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to DM Rebecca Goad or whoever you are, right? And I'm going to say, hold on, I have this written down. So Rebecca Goad. This is where the fun is gonna start. So I'm gonna say, hold on. So this is the woman. I can't really type on this iPhone. So this is I have to put this in a Chinese accent so like I sound ESL. So this is woman Owen is talking to. So this is woman talking to must say, I must say you are beautiful. I must say you are beautiful. Regardless, I am his uncle, Wang Li Shang, Uncle Wang Li Shang, and I was wondering, shoot, I can't type right now, but I was wondering if you would like to be his wife in 2 years. In 2 years. I was wondering if you would be his wife. If you you would be his wife in 2 years. I am looking for people to be his wife for arranged marriage, and you are absolutely perfect. So I just sent that. I really don't know how she's gonna respond, so hey guys, so apparently she's taking a really long time to respond to my texts. I don't really know why, but you know, I've also realized that my video is getting pretty long. It's like 14 minutes right now. So if you guys want to see part 2 of the video where if she responds to Mr. Wang Li Shang, then get this video to like 10 likes and I'll drop part 2 down if she ever responds. So yeah, hopefully you like the vid, subscribe for more content, and I'll see you in part 2 if she ever responds.